friends, today's date is the 11th of March, 2024. Welcome to your current affairs discussion of today. Let's start the discussion in our after discussion. Our first article is about the legislature's immunity. Why is it in the news? The Supreme Court just ended the immunity of the legislature, hence it's in the news. First of all, we will see about its background. We will look into this article in detail. If it is a very good article, then we will see in detail. It can also be helpful to you in the mains. So what actually happened? What was the incident in 1998? In 1998, the case came before the Supreme Court, P.V. Naseema Ram versus State. In this case, P.V. Naseema Ramji alleged that he had worked by taking a bribe. So what happened now? The Supreme Court sat a bench of 5 judges at that time. They investigated if the one who takes a bribe is an MP or an MLA. If anyone takes a bribe, does it come under its immunity or not? Then the Supreme Court gave its verdict that if an MLA or an MP is there, they take a bribe if anyone does a work by taking a bribe. If he does, then it comes under his immunity, then there is no case against him. It can be said that if a case is filed against him, then it will not work independently. If it will be able to do so, then the Supreme Court had given this judgment at that time for this. He referred to Articles 194(2) and 105 of the Constitution. Both of these articles were given by the Supreme Court, citing this judgment. What is Article 105 halves of the Constitution? If there is any MLA or any MP, means MP of MLA in 105. I talked about the MLA. So it said that if there is an MLA or MP, he means the House during the House. Anyone gives a speech like this or displays a document, someone issues a report, someone makes a statement, does anything that does activity. If he is doing it inside the House, then he is not responsible for that. Any action taken cannot be taken outside that House. Whatever action will be taken, it will be outside the House. Any action against him in the court. No action can be taken against him. No case can be initiated against him. He is granted this immunity. Why is this immunity granted? So that he can perform his duties well, speak clearly, give such a speech or issue such a report. If a case is lodged against him, he wouldn't be able to do these things, so he wouldn't be able to work well. This is why it is given under Articles 194 and 105. It was this. Until now, the Supreme Court had also given its verdict. Till now. But what happened was a member of the Jharkhand Mukti Morcha in Parliament MP alleged that he had taken a bribe. Then this case went up to the High Court. The High Court stated if he takes a bribe, it falls under his immunity, and the Supreme Court's judgment of 1998, citing that he did not file a case. This can't happen. Then it went, and the decision was this case went to the Supreme Court. So now the Supreme Court earlier, there were 5 judges sitting in it, out of which 3 I supported it. Were you against it or not? I don't want to take bribes. If you want to take bribe, then it should be considered as criminal activity. So what now? It happened that earlier there were already 5. So a constitutional bench of 7 judges is sitting. Okay. The constitutional bench sat in it, which was 7-0-7 means 7 units together. Together, this means that the judgment was given that if any member, if he is an off-parliament or MLA, if he takes a bribe, then you can give him a bribe. If you cannot keep it within the immunity, it will be considered a criminal activity if it is a bribe. If it is considered a criminal activity, then first some arguments in favor of it. They were given that if he takes bribe, then why such a case against him? It should not work in the court, and the court should not do so. Whatever the decision is now, why should it be? If you cannot give it, then what was said in their favor, that whatever it is, MLA or MP, they have got immunity, then that is something. Even if they do activities, then whatever their house is, they have these, there should be no action on pay. First, this argument was given. Second argument was given, that Articles 194(2) and 105 are 2, the case will go against this third. The argument in favor was that if there was any case against them, if they have to walk, they will run in the house, and whoever their speaker will be there, whatever action they will take against them, not the court. The court will take action on this. Pay cannot interfere. It will be outside the jurisdiction of the court, apart from one. And the argument given in favor was the argument of P.V. Narashivaram case, giving that the court has also agreed earlier, there is no case on these. If it can be run, then all these arguments were given in the court. The court rejected all this, saying if he would work by taking bribes, so can this be harmful to our democracy? If so, any MLA will be bought by paying money to the MP, and he will take such a decision. What can be harmful to our democracy, to our country? It can be harmful, so action should be taken on them, and it is considered a criminal activity. If they commit such criminal activities, then they will be punished in front of them in court. The case against them will go on, and their membership can also go. They should also be punished. The court has clearly said that now the court has said in this. It was accepted on the 23rd of March and implemented On the 24th of March, it was gone. Now, what happened in this means, what was the resolution in this? What did it say? Muhammad Ali Jinnah had put two demands in this. What were the two demands? First, where there is a Muslim majority area, where there is more Muslim, it is okay. This whole area is like the area of Western. Here is the East area here. But Muslims are more, these two areas are declared a separate independent state. It declared a separate independent country where there are more Muslims. Those two areas should be declared Muslim countries, declared Muslim countries separately. It should be declared an independent Muslim country, and where Muslims are in majority, it is not in the minority. If you declare your country in that area, then there, but the rights of all who are Muslims should be protected. There were two demands. Where Muslims are in domination, they should have a separate country. Declare whatever is for Muslim. It is okay that it should be independent there. You should not interfere. And where Muslims are not in the majority, there is no minority, it will be a country of both Hindus and Muslims, then there it is for Muslims. Some separate provisions have been received. It is in their interest that they can be protected. Now, what was the response? What was the result? What was the response? The response was that some Muslims who were Indian Muslims in India had given it to the people. The criticism was such as Muhammad Abdul Kalam is free, okay, and Deoband Ulama. There was a group, the Deoband Ulama, their president, also very much against them. India should be united, India should be united. There should be one in its voice against the Lahore session. Muhammad Ali Jinnah is sorry. Abdul Kalam Azad is president of Deoband, Ulema hi Hussain Ahmed, whatever Madani is, okay, this was the Muslim conference. All of them together organized the conference in Delhi. The convention that was held in Lahore and the proposal was made in Lahore. We are united India. And those who supported an independent India, meaning who came against the law and the proposer, who opposed this? One such opponent was Muhammad Abdul Kalam Azad. Muhammad Abdul Kalam Azad. He came along with Hussain Ahmed Madani. They were firm in their stance. They were not Devmad Ulema. They all came in their favor and they exited. They expressed their stance about a single India, about a united India. So we have seen this whole thing about it. Now let's also talk about the Muslim League. Let's also look into matters concerning the Muslim League. It was established on the 30th of December 1906 and again on the 13th of December 1906. Where was it founded? It was founded in Dhaka, Bengal. What was the first meeting of its convention? Who demanded it? Who established it? Who proposed it? It was put forward by the Nawab of Dhaka. The proposal was also supported by Ajmal Hakim Khan, and they, along with Salimul Akant, demanded it. That is, the proposal which was put forward by them later became its founder. Who were they? Who established it? Its foundation was laid by the Nawab of Bengal, the Nawab of Dhaka. They founded it with Salimullah Khan, Nabibullah Khan, and Bahadur. And some other members were also involved in it, such as Vikarul Mulk Said Chowdhury and Amir Ali are also part of them. Muhammad Ali Jinnah was not initially involved in its commencement. Muhammad Ali Jinnah joined it in 1913. He joined it in the beginning in 1913. Muhammad Ali Jinnah was also part of it, and it did a lot of work afterward, like he proposed the theory of two separate nations, which he laid in 1975 and elevated it. And he also laid the foundation of Pakistan. He did a lot of work for it. Alright, this will be our article, National of Pakistan. Let's move on. Our next article is related to day moving on. Our next article is in the news about the geographical indication and GI tag. Why are there some products that have gotten GI tags? So first in the news, which product has a GI tag? It's in the news now. Let's understand what GI tag means. We have talked about GI several times. GI stands for geographical and tag means sign. So it's linked to geographical indication. Geographical indication is when a special or specific area is recognized where a certain product is produced. That product will be given precedence, its quality will be ensured, and it will be promoted. This tag is provided to further enhance the product. It signifies that the specific product is a special product of that specific region. An example of this would be Darjeeling tea. It was accepted on the 23rd of March. Muhammad Ali Jinnah has given his speech and demanded two separate countries for Hindus and Muslims. Where Muslims are in majority, there should be an independent state which is independent, borderline, where Muslims are in different numbers. Economic, political and other rights should be provided in the constitution for their interests. There should be some unique protection and remedy provisioned in the constitution for their benefit so that their benefits can be protected. Now, what was the reaction to this? What was the outcome? What was the response? What was the response? What was the response? The response was that some Muslims who were Indian Muslims in India criticized it, such as Muhammad Abdul Kalam Azad, and Deoband Ulema, a group, Deoband Ulema, who was their president, also did a lot of bad things about them. It was criticized that India should not be like this. India should be united. India should be one. Its voice which came up in this Lahore session, Muhammad Ali Jinnah, Abdul Kalam Azad, is the president of Deoband Ulema. At the same time, Hussein Ahmed, also known as Madani, was the president of the Muslim Conference. They were their leaders in this. They all came together in Delhi for a conference. A conference was convened, and in this, which was the Lahore Declaration that was proposed, it was opposed, saying that it should not be accepted. We are that of a united India. And support a free India, what benefits and proposition were in its favor. In which who came in its favor, whom came in its favor, then one. Then Muhammad Abdul Kalam Azad came. Together with Hussein Ahmed Madani. And those were not Deoband Ulema, these all in its side came. And these came out saying that we are of one India, talking of a one India, talking of this. Then this is full. We saw it in its regards. Now we also see in regards of Muslim League. Let's talk about the Muslim League in the regard that it was established in the 30th of December 1906, in the 13th of December 1906. Its establishment happened in Dhaka of Bengal. Its establishment happened, and in its meeting, the first who had asked for what happened, who had proposed its establishment. It was maintained by the Nawab of Dhaka and Ajmal Khan. Ajmal Hakim Khan and Salimullah Khan had asked for it. They put forward the proposal. Who was its founder later? Who established it? They were the Nawabs of Bengal, the Nawabs of Dhaka, Salimullah Khan, Nabibullah Khan, and Khan Bahadur established it. Some members include Vikarul Mulk, Syed Chaudhary, Amir Ali. All of them joined it. Muhammad Ali Jinnah was not initially involved. Muhammad Ali Jinnah joined it in 1913. Alright, and he did a lot of work later on, such as the theory of two separate nations, which they laid out in 1945. They expanded it. And the new concept of a separate Pakistan was their own. They had done a considerable amount of work for that. Did it? Okay, this will be our article related to the National Day of Pakistan. Let's move towards our next article. Our next article is geographical indication. Why is there something in the news about the GI tag that is there now? They have got GITEC, so we will be the first to see it in the news. What is the meaning of GITEC? GITEC, we have discussed GI, geographical, many times. Tag means a sin sign. If it is signed, then it is geographical. Refers to indication. What is geographical? Indication that is someone special. If there is an area, there is a specific area. If there is a product there, then give priority to it. Whatever quality it has, it will be promoted. This is its quality. And this type of tag to promote it further. If it is given, then it is a tag. It means indication. It is okay that the product that is in that particular area is some special product, like you must have heard that Darjeeling tea is there, then this GI tag was given. So it is famous there, no one else can use it. What is the advantage of this? The advantage of this is that a third party, like now a man from Gujarat cannot say that we are growing Darjeeling tea because if GITEC has got it, then it will be protected from it. That Darjeeling tea will be protected is the third party, cannot claim it. Okay, so what will happen with this? His trade will increase, his quality will improve. Exports will also increase, it can also be beneficial for this, it is okay now. Let's see this later, found in the product after that GI tag. If you look at more details, then I have just got Calcutta's Rupa is Tarakashi. Okay, not Calcutta. Kotak's Rupa Tarakashi has got this Tarakashi. What does star mean? Look, star means wire. We say that Tartara means wire, Kashi means design. There is a silver design in which the strings are made like this and it's jewelry. If it is made, then this is Tarakashi. Where is this Kotak of Orissa? Yes, it has got GI tag, then this is this eyeless product of Nurspur, which it used in hooks like clothes are not made in it. If it is used in making hooks, then this lace product of Nurspur, it is used in hook. Where is it from? This is Naraspur. If it is from Andhra Pradesh, then it has got GITEC. This product is from Naraspur, Andhra Pradesh. Has he got GITEC and who got it earlier? Who got this Kotak Rupa, which is Tarakashi? Got Gaitek, that Kotak. This is from Odisha. Then this bungalow is from Muslim. This is from West Bengal. This is cotton. Means cotton is there, isn't it? So it has also got GI tag. Then there is a garlic from Ratlam. It also got GI tag. Where is Ratlam? Madhya Pradesh. I have a very famous railway station, so it has also got GI tag again. Ambaji white marble belongs to Ambaji. Ambaji is first in Gujarat and Ambaji is one. The temple of Durga Mataji is also famous for this. The temple of Ambaji Mata. Even if you have heard about it, she came here in Gujarat and she too got GTech. The marbles of Ambaji have also got GI tech. Besides, Assam's Mojuli masks have got GI tech. Where is this Mojuli mask in Assam? The name is Remember You and it has different types of flesh. Mukha Bahona. There are different types of meat. They have got Gai tech. Then there is a Modli manuscript painting from Assam. He has also got the GI tag. They are from Assam, they have got GI tag, and Ramayana is Mahabharata. About this shown painting, it illustrates that they also have GI tag. So remember this GI tag, write it all in detail. We will discuss all the GI tags in our annual gathering, then you'll see from there. Then if you get this question, then from there you can do it. Then if you view it all together, you'll understand it like this. Otherwise, we've seen its benefit now. Let's discuss about GI tag. For how many years is GI tag given? It's for 10 years. What's its use? Its use is if someone is making a product there, no one else can claim that product, that's its benefit. What does it apply to? There's an agricultural product, food stuff, wine, split, handicraft, industrial product. Regarding GI tech, don't think that it's only applicable in an agricultural product or food stop. See, there's also wine available, there's also spread, there's also handicraft, there's also industrial products. Thus, don't think that GI tech is only available for agricultural products or food stop. Look, it also applies to wine. It's also applicable on spread, handicraft and industrial products. P is also available. A lot of things get GI tag and that is also its advantage. Now, who is the nodal agency for this? Remember this. The nodal agency for this is DPIT, Department for Promotion and Industry and Internal Trade. Who is the nodal industry? Who is the nodal agency? Department for Promotion, Industry and Internal Trade. DPIIT is the nodal agency for this. This DPIT comes under the Ministry of Commerce. Remember this, DPIT comes under the Ministry of Commerce. Its validity is for 10 years and it will be considered valid for 10 years. What is the legal framework for this? The legal framework is this. First, there is the WTO Act, the WTO Agreement, the TRIP Agreement. You must have heard that there is a WTO TRIP Agreement. Then it is a legal framework for this. Apart from this, an act was also made for this in India. It came in 1999. The Geographical Indication Goods Registration and Protection Act. 1999 came in 1999. Whatever protection. Okay, now who gives you the guarantee? There's a geographical indication registry in Chennai that guarantees it for you in Chennai, from where you can go get it for 10 years. Remember, the nodal agency is DPIT, which comes under the Commerce Ministry. Remember this WTO TRIP agreement. Remember that. Then we also have an act, the Geographical Indication Act of 1999. You need to remember that. Also remember what comes under this. Food, agricultural products, industrial and handicrafts. There's a registry located in Chennai that works to give geographical tags to the geographical industry. Remember all these things. Let's move on to our next article. Our next article is about the Press Registration and Practical Act 2023. Why is the Press Registration and Act 2023 in the news? First of all, it's in the news because the Government of India, this act has been sanctioned by the government and has been well received in the news. This is not the Press Registration Practical Act 2023. First, let's look at the law that has been implemented. We had a law established in 1867, not 1967. There was another law in 1868. This was a very old law from the colonial era, which will now be replaced. Who will replace it first? We have a book and press registration law that is just fine. The Act of 1867 will be replaced by this. The new act will replace the colonial law. The goal is to modernize this very old law and bring it back up to date. This is its objective. Now let's look at what sets it apart. Eventually, you'll be able to understand what the old law was and what the new one is. If there's some applicability in the old act, it was applicable to the book and used to apply to periodicals. The current act is only on periodicals. It's not on the book. It will be applicable to all the major magazines, etc. It will not apply to the books, and for this you have to bring this. You will have to do it online, okay? There's no need to do it in person now. You have to use the internet, okay? Yes, the requirement that was needed before for going to the district authority. Now you no longer need to fulfill that prior requirement. You had to publish the declaration before. The requirement is not necessary now. There used to be a huge penalty before this. The penalty was extensive. Now you won't be penalized as much if you do something wrong. Now you may not be penalized because everything that was illegal is decriminalized. This is not a crime anymore. It's been declared decriminalized. Now, if you needed to cancel, the district could have registered it. Now it's general registry and they can also decriminalize it. If you can cancel it, changes have been made in this regard. You can do it online. There's an online portal as well. You can do this work through the portal. Look at this press service portal. You can register online by going there. Whatever it is, this will be very beneficial because now the entire system is online. Let's move on to the next article. The next article is, why is MH-60R in the news? This helicopter was acquired by the Indian Navy's INS Garuda. It was accepted by the Indian Navy at the naval base. The news is that MH-60R Seahawk helicopter will operate at INS Garuda, an Indian naval base located in Kochi. They accepted it and will operate it there. It will be in operation there. Why is this a news? Now let's talk about MH-60R. It was part of a deal between India and the US in 2020. It was purchased from the USA. A total of 24 will be acquired. Some have already been sent to India, the rest will arrive in 1 or 2 years. It was renamed INS 334 when it arrived in India. It was formerly known as MS-6 Synergy, but it will be included in India as INS 334 under the deal between India and the US. Most of India has been sent something that will be dispatched to it. As for its capabilities, it operates as an anti-submarine, performing perfectly in the role of anti-submarine warfare. It will be operational in anti-surface warfare. Search operations will have to be conducted. Rescue operations will be operational. Medical evacuations will have to be delivered properly. Vertical replenishment will be necessary, meaning if anyone moves around here, they will need to be found. It can do all this work. It's not a problem in India's environment. It can function here as it fits India's climate. It can work here. Testing has also been done for it, which seems quite appropriate. Talking about its features, it's very combat ready and can attack any type of torpedo or missile, and it has also been provided the ability to defend itself. It has such copying capabilities that it can also defend itself if someone attacks it. So we saw this. And now we'll talk about the INS Garuda from MS-60R. Now let's discuss about INS Garuda of MS-60R. INS Garuda, which has just accepted it. So about INS Garuda. Talking about this, it is an Indian naval station, which means the Navy of India. Its station is located in Kochi, Kerala. It was established in 1953 and is the Indian Navy. It is the oldest station in the Indian Navy. It is located in Kochi and it was established in 1953. We have seen the article about INS Garuda, about MS-60R SOC, in which is combat, bought from USA and in anti-saber, etc. Its work will be done. Let's go now. This was all in our discussion today. It is okay to see this in some homework, and tomorrow's, which we had homework. See that you are about Nantevu Island. This is true in Pak State, seen in Pak State. This is India, Sri Lanka here. But there is a Pakistani state. It is located there. Then the sea is Lakshmana. This is India and not Bangladesh. Here it is between Malaysia and India. The second will fall in the third is the nodal ministry about FIU. It is not the home ministry. Here it is the finance ministry. It is the work of the nodal ministry. If you do it, it will be false. Then about mission life, then this which there is also a statement. Yes, it is true. So that was all in today's discussion. PDF will be available from our Telegram channel. Will also be available in Hindi. Will be available in English. And if you also need resources, you will get it from Telegram channel, whose link is in the description. You will find it in the comment section. Thank you very much for discussion.